a video response to LocsHow2's Loc Talk Tuesday video on lock discrimination. I'm going to attach this video to it so you can see it. Basically, it was referring to lock discrimination and prejudice and bias and racism towards people with locks. And this is kind of a spin off of it. It's not directly related to everything she was referring to. It's more pertaining to Locs Interviewing in Corporate America. Because she did go into details as far as people cutting off their hair or not locking their hair with fear of it not being professional or not being able to get a job because of their hair. And I just wanted to basically go more into detail on that. Background on me, I actually do have a white-collar job. I am in corporate America. I'm not going to actually tell the company that I work for, but basically I handle disciplinary hearings for a real estate membership organization. Basically, I'm like a court clerk for the real estate industry. And basically anybody who violates our rules or code of ethics, they have to come in. If a complaint is filed against them, they have to come in and basically come to court to find out if they are in violation of that particular rule or article, and where they can be, penalties up to $15,000. They can be expelled from our membership organization. Many different types of consequences, basically. And I've been with my company now for 6 years, and I have been doing this particular job now for the past 3 years. So although when I started here I didn't have locks, I had natural hair, I got my promotion with my hair the way it is now. And basically I just want to talk to people who fear having locks in corporate America. It's really not something that you need to worry about. I know a lot of people are like, why do you say that? It really, interviewing is not, people don't go to interviews based on hair. When you do go in for an interview, they do give you an overview, like they do look you over to see if you look professional. Hair doesn't necessarily make you professional. There's so many other aspects of your presentation or your appearance that are much more important than just your hair. Your clothes, the way they fit, if they're ironed. Like, there's so many other aspects of the interviewing process that go, that are important. And hair is really just not really the most important thing. Regardless if you have locks, if they're free-formed, manicured, however you wear them, as long as they're professional, meaning neat in appearance at the time of your interview, there really shouldn't be an issue. And even if there is a bias towards locks, your presentation, the way you present yourself, if you're well-spoken, if you're professional, if you have experience in that field that they're looking for, all of these things come into play. It's not just about your hair. And I think we as black people will put too much emphasis on hair. Most people of other nationalities really don't know much about our hair anyway. So they would not know the difference between freshly retwisted hair or someone who freeforms. All they know is when they look at you, if you look neat, if you look professional, if you're well-spoken, if you have the qualifications that match the company's requirements. That's all they're interested in. They're not interested in anything else but if you are capable of doing the job that they are offering. And if you are capable, they will consider you, regardless of what your hair looks like or not. There are people who do have a bias towards it, yes. But this is your opportunity to make that person know that they can't prejudge you by your hair. They have to look at you as a whole person, as an individual. And even if you don't get that job interview, you may change that person's outlook on an individual that has locks. So you really shouldn't be so concerned with your hair for an interview, because that's just one aspect of it. And a little more background on my job. I believe my job employs about 100 people. There's only 2 people there that are black, and both of us have locks. So it's not, people get so caught up in this one trivial aspect of hair, and the black community puts much more emphasis on it than other races. They really don't even notice our hair half the time. They either like it or they don't. And that's with any haircut, regardless if you have a European hair, braids, weave, relaxer, they like it, they don't. And there's plenty of hairstyles that are like straight hair or weave that might be outlandish to wear to an interview. I've seen women come into interviews with full head weaves that had blonde streaks that was so unnatural that they really looked unprofessional, and they didn't get the job either. So it's all on your professionalism, how you present yourself, and not necessarily your hair. And to go a little bit more into detail on this, you guys know I have a daughter who has locks. If I felt like locks would prevent her from excelling in life, that is something I definitely would not do to her. I do not believe her hair will ever affect her lifestyle. I don't believe it. I don't believe that it will cause her not to get jobs. I don't believe it'll cause her not to get into a good college. I don't believe it'll prevent her from ever getting a boyfriend. Like, I really do not see her hair as something that's going to prevent her from doing well in life. So this is my opinion on this, and thanks for your most recent post, LocsHow2. You always got such controversial topics on your page, and I think maybe I need to start branching out into that a little bit more myself. All right, later.